Hello everyone, welcome back. Today's reveal is an actual experience that I had. I believe it was in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. It was after the Y2K, and then it started with the Mayan calendar finishing. The earth was going to end in 2012. We're still here. That didn't happen. Anyway, it was a typical day. I got all my 4 kids ready for bed, and I believe it was around 11 p.m. I decided to go to bed too, call it the night. Well, I fell asleep and didn't take too long. At first, I thought I was confused because I remember sitting up and sitting on the edge of the bed. But then I felt a radiant heat, and I looked and I seen my body still asleep. So when I realized that I was no longer in my body, I felt something pull me from within here. And I bent forward, and when I was ready to pull up from that pain, it was an actual pain that was giving. And then when I got up, the pain was gone. I was no longer in my room. I was actually on Mount Sinai. And I was called, and it was a very, very, very tall man. He was dressed in this, from movies and from what I know of Hebrew cloth, it looked like a Hebrew cloth kind of cape, long gown, hood. He was all covered. And he had this long staff. And it looked like a tree branch, but very long. And there was like a burning ruby, but it would turn into a flame. And this man called me, and he called me daughter. And I said to myself, "You're not my father." And he said I had to come and sit with him. And he looked at me, he said that he was called a prophet Isaiah. So I didn't really have much knowledge about prophet Isaiah. So he sat on this, it was a giant tree log lying across on the ground here. And he said for us to sit there, and I did. He put his arm around me, and he said that when he called me daughter, he wasn't referring to his daughter. He just called me daughter because he said that I was the daughter of the universe. Now, what he meant by this, I didn't really take it to heart. I didn't understand it too much. I just listened to what he had to say. Then all of a sudden, he pulls out this scroll. And on this scroll, he opened it up and he told me, mark the date, the time, and the year. And remember what's there. And it kind of reminded me of a newspaper. So I seen this square, and it was a photo. And it looked like natural elements causing massive destruction on Earth. So on the underneath it and on the side of it, it was a printout, like a newspaper. And as I started to read, everything turned into like almost digitalized and computerized. So the picture became live, and then the words became like they were bouncing off this scroll, this paper. And I didn't have to actually read it. It was being just absorbed. All I needed to do was look at it, and I was being absorbed all the information that was put down there. And then as I looked at the picture, that's what scared me. And when I seen that, I looked at Prophet Isaiah and I said, "Please tell me this isn't true." And he looked at me and he said, "Unfortunately, mankind has caused this to come true. And what I seen, let me tell you, it was scary because I seen the sky, the ocean, and the land turn on us. That being said, I seen constant massive tsunamis. I seen the eruption of many volcanoes. I seen stronger magnitudes of earthquakes. And I seen the earth. It's almost like a full circle, cutting the full circle of the earth. It's not like the earth was going to split into the universe. What it was Isaiah told me that the equator, which is in the center of our earth, there's something happening there because of the vibration of earth. And it's going to cause a crack, a form of an earthquake effect, and that's going to split an axle throughout the whole earth. And from this, apparently, some new ocean is supposed to be existing. I know this sounds a little way out there, but it is what I see. And in my older years, mature years, I've learned to take my experiences, my visitations, my visions very seriously, because everything has come into act and into play. And we are here again today. And this was a warning, but a warning not about, preventing this from happening. It's going to happen. There's no prevention anymore. That should have happened long. We're talking decades back. But unfortunately, no one ever wants to listen. Nobody wants to hear. Everyone's really, really, really busy with their lives, which I get because I, with 4 kids, was very busy too. But I had a different view at things. I understood that there needs to be a balance in order for things to last. And when that balance is disrupted, not good news. And now what's going to happen is the earth is going to change physically. The elements are going to turn on you from the sky, from the ocean, and from the land. Just be vigilant, be precautious, do your thing to make sure you're safe. But this is just a warning of an announcement that it's coming. I wish I could be bringing, be a bearer of better news, but not all newses are good. Sometimes not every day is a sunny day. We get dark days, we get cold days. Well, it's a very dark and cold day that's coming. Here's an example. Many years, centuries ago, in the country of Portugal, the mainland, I believe it was in the 16th century, in the year 15, I'm not sure now, 15 something. Portugal experienced a massive, massive destruction from the elements, where it was all in 24 hours. There was fire, earthquakes, tsunamis. It was just disaster. And this was just, I guess you can say, an example before the true sample. Well, it's taken this many centuries for us to get to where we are today. And now we will be experiencing these mass storms and all types, even the animals. There's going to be so much So much change happening. I really do wish everybody stays safe for when this time comes. Well, it's coming, it's already started, but when it comes around you. Thank you for listening. Take care.